Hey everyone, so we're here at Laguna Orthopedic Rehab, and what we're going to go through is we just want to go through a really important stretch for the shoulder. So the interesting thing about the shoulder is, thanks to a lot of modern living, sitting on couches, computers, driving a lot, we get sort of sucked into this traditionally sort of rounded, slouchy posture. If we're there for too long, what often happens is that the constant sort of pressure from gravity is always sort of forcing these tissues to be under tension. So when we're in this hanging shape, a lot of the tissues that attach into the shoulder, into the neck, into your upper back, are constantly being sort of pulled throughout the day. So their reaction is often one of sort of tightening up and stiffening up to support that shape. And what that means for our shoulder function basically is we often lack what's called internal rotation. So if you are a throwing athlete, if you're a swimmer, if you're someone who's in that space, you'll recognize this position, but we need a healthy amount of shoulder internal rotation to support normal function. It's about 90 degrees that we're looking for. So what we find is if we're lacking that 90 degrees, as your arm rotates down, if you can't quite get to that full 90 degrees, then wherever you get to, your body has to find a compensation to allow that to happen. So if I come to my comfortable range at the moment, that's about as far as I can get. So we're probably about sort of 70, 80 degrees. If I want to get to that 90 degrees, the only way that I can do that is if I let my shoulder dump forwards. And this position is quite dangerous for a lot of the rotator cuff issues that we see. It can set us up for labral stuff, bursitis, neck and shoulder, upper back dysfunction, a whole lot of things that just flow on from an initial bad shape. So making sure that we're sort of clearing that tightness is a really good way to restore some function and improve performance and sort of get better results. So a very simple way to do this is lying down. We want to make sure that shoulder's in a really comfortable position, so shoulder blade back on the bed. And we're going to rotate down to the point where we feel some tightness. So the idea here is you want to bridge up and pop that arm underneath, and we're going to use your hips to tension up the front of your shoulder. So you just want to gently drop down until you feel a little bit of tightness at the front. Again, it should never be painful. It should never feel like it's jamming up or if it's catching. If it is, then your shoulder blade isn't in a good enough position or you've dropped down too deep. So just wind yourself up. Stay here for 30 seconds to a minute. Whilst you're here, make sure that you're giving those muscles a squeeze. So tense up your musculature for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, then relax. Make sure you can deep breathe. And then once you've done that, just gently drop down a little bit deeper again. So keep repeating that cycle. Go down as far as you feel comfortable and then just hang out here for a minute or so. And what you should find is, once you've done that, there should be a tangible sort of improvement in how far that goes. So I'm not quite at the 90 degrees just yet, but I feel like I'm a little bit further than what I was before. So again, give this one a go. Be very careful because this is an impinging position. If you go too far into the stretch or you lose that good shoulder position while you do it, you can experience some discomfort. But just remember that it's a fault with the position, not so much your shoulder. So the more sort of slack you can feed into here, you should see some improvements in the movements, but also in the function of that area as well. So see how that feels. Let us know how you go, and we'll see you next time. Bye.